Okay, this is my circuit for the traffic light design challenge due November 19th, 2021 for engineering design and development. So we start off, there are 2 cycles in the traffic light design challenge. Right now is going through the regular cycle. And in the regular cycle, the green light will turn on for 4 seconds, then the yellow light for 2 seconds, and the red light for the last 12 seconds of the cycle, so an 18-second cycle. And in the regular cycle, if a car comes, they can activate the sensor, and in 2 seconds it will turn back to green. And I'll go through this regular cycle again. So that is all for the first cycle. And there's also a pedestrian cycle, and that is cued by pressing this button right here. And then it'll go back in a few seconds to green because it lets all the car pass first before the pedestrian cycle starts. So now the pedestrian cycle starts, and when it hits red, the pedestrian light will turn on for a few seconds, then it'll start counting down to 0. Or it won't hit 0, but when it counts down, it'll go back to the regular cycle. So now it's green again. And while it's I queued the pedestrian cycle, and we'll wait a bit. So should be green soon. So when it's in the pedestrian cycle, I don't want cars to be able to just go randomly. So if I click the car sensor, nothing happens. And additionally, the pedestrian cycle can be queued during the pedestrian cycle. So then this will start a pedestrian cycle again. See, now it is going through the pedestrian cycle. And then after this, it should return back to the regular cycle. So back to green. And additionally, if I restart this, during the green light or yellow light, the car sensor doesn't work. It'll only work during the red light because, during the green light, I only want it to be on for a set number of times. And I want to be able to stop traffic even if there are cars coming, so that clock keeps on moving. But if there's a red light here, then I'll allow the car sensor to work, which is why it goes back there. And additionally, since the car sensor sets the clock to 2 seconds before the end of the clock, or 16 seconds, if I were to click this button in the 17th second or any time between an open interval from the 16th second to the 18th second, it won't work because I don't want to add more time to the red light.